Opa! Pi-ti-ti-ri-ti. Ti-ti. E aí, beleza? Mais uma domingueira. Começando a jogar mais um tiquinho. Hoje vamos jogar Draugen. Um jogo aí que é com guia. Eu vou jogar com guia. E a estimativa dele deve ser em torno de umas 4 horas pro UG, né? Então, bora lá. Deixa eu pegar o guia aqui. Day 1.
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward. Edward Charles Harden, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
Oh, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to
Parece
ask.
bonito.
Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old bean. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick? Groovewick? Greywoke? It's an odd language. I don't much care for it.
Grovik. Yes, I do.
Why here? What's so special about Greywoke?
She never said, but knowing my sister, something drew her here.
But how can you know?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing, or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
Oh, the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Siddar. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear. Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Board Games Brasil, valeu pelo host, mano. Nice.
Everything will be Jake, old fruit. Is that it? Is that Groovewoke? It looks so peaceful and beautiful and so desolate, like a place built for ghosts.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack. It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where? Where's the farm? Knock knock. Who's there? Alice. Alice who? Listen to me knocking, Teddy. Up where? Where's the farm? Where are you going? Up where? Where's the farm? Edward, I'm talking to you. Teddy, where are you going? Where's the farm? Edward, get back here. I'm talking to you. Up where? Where are you going? Where's the farm? Edward, I'm talking to you. Up where?
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog, let's ankle.
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
Wait. The ground's muddy. It's easy to slip and fall. Walk slowly and watch out for...
Be a wet blanket. A little mud never hurt me.
Pelo jeito é um jogo muito de conversa, escolha, essas
Just
coisas.
stay close.
As long as you keep up with me.
Dear Mr. Harden, we would would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Trouble to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. Hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland. Well, I'm here. Where are you? Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains? Also sprach Zarathustra.
Teddy, are you coming? I'm almost there.
On my way. Righto. Step to it, teddy bear. Alice!
I'm by the farmhouse.
Lissy,
I'm up at the farm.
where are you?
I'm waiting for you at the farm.
Lissy!
I'm by the farmhouse.
Lissy?
I'm up at the farm.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm waiting for you at the farm. Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up. Storm's getting closer.
Draugen.
Lissy!
I'm up at the farm. Edward Charles Hart. I'm waiting for you.
Alice?
I'm back. Just stick to the path and you'll find me. Seriously?
You're not the one carrying a suitcase. Alice.
I'm right here.
Alice.
Hello.
Lissy.
What is it?
Alice.
Yeah?
Lissy. Are you here?
No need to shout.
Alice.
Yes?
Lissy.
Hello.
Are you here, Lissy?
Yes?
Lissy.
I'm right here.
Lissy.
Yeah?
Are you here, Lissy?
What is it?
Are you here, Lissy?
No need to shout.
Lissy.
Yeah?
Lissy. Are you here?
No need to shout.
Lissy. Nothing.
What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 70. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died. Lissy?
Yes?
Lissy?
Over here, Teddy!
Where are you, Lissy?
Teddy!
Where are you?
Right here!
Where are you?
I'm over here!
Alice!
This way!
Where are you?
Edward!
Alice?
Right here!
Lissy?
Over here, Teddy!
Lissy?
I'm over here!
Where are you, Lissy?
This way!
Lissy?
Edward!
Where are you, Lissy?
Teddy! So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone?
Up in the mountains, maybe.
Herding goats? Are they goat herders? I took them more for fisher folk.
The rain's picking up. We should get indoors.
You first, old bean.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden. Hello? Is
Uma
anyone home?
conquista que knock knock
This house is as
50G.
empty as a bird's nest in December. Hey, you want to check out the upstairs?
I'm a guest. Why would I start poking around every corner of the house?
I don't know. Maybe they're playing hide and go seek. Well, I didn't want to go upstairs anyway. It's creepy.
There must be a sitting room on this floor. Hello?
It's tudo escuro.
Hello?
Oh, so you get to peek upstairs? Unfair. Told you. Empty is an empty nest.
This is the kitchen. Hello? Anyone there?
It's raining cats and dogs. You really want to go back out there? You'll get soaked, Teddy. Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup. I thought foreigners lived differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust. Look! Family pictures. They must be the, what did you call them? It's on the tip of my tongue.
The Fretlands.
Right. Anna and John?
Johann.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy, old boy. Women can vote. Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a stick
They're
up his...
posing for a
Pelo
photo.
jeito vai ser um jogo longo,
I
longo e
say,
chato.
listen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously. I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you. Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? Must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you.
Betty might be with the Fretlands, wherever they are.
Wouldn't Anna Fretland have written you?
She might have. We left Hanover a month ago. The flag outside was flying at half-mast.
What does that mean?
Someone died. It'll get dark soon.
Where will you sleep? There must be a guest bedroom.
I'm not using their beds without invitation.
We can disguise ourselves as bedwear. They'll never know we're here.
Betty would have fallen in love with this house. She adores the rustic.
You're the Betty expert.
She once begged me to buy an entire set of pastoral dining room furniture for the house.
It's not like she's ever there.
Do you regret coming here with me?
Are you kidding me? I never miss out on a grand adventure. Besides, you wouldn't survive a day without me, Teddy Bear.
Did you find anything interesting?
I find everything interesting.
Did you find anything interesting?
I find everything interesting.
Alice,
In the sitting room.
where are you?
I'm in the sitting room.
Lissy?
I'm in the sitting room, Edward.
Alice?
I'm in the sitting room, Edward.
Alice!
I'm in the sitting room.
Where are you?
In the sitting room.
Where are you, Lissy?
In the sitting room.
Lissy!
I'm in the sitting room, Edward.
Alice!
I'm in the sitting room.
Lissy!
I'm in the sitting room, Edward.
Lissy!
In the sitting room. Wait, is that... Are they... Who's... They're all twins. All of them.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
My mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899. They'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year. Dear Mrs. Fretland, I trust this letter finds you and your husband in good health. I wrote to inform... I asked about Elizabeth.
And they hadn't seen her?
Anna... Mrs. Fretland promised she'd write if she heard anything. There wouldn't be many female reporters from New York and Western Norway.
Why would she come here in the first place?
Betty always has her reasons. Home feels very far away.
Are we feeling melancholy again?
I've never been this far from Hanover.
It's about time we got you out of that dreary old house, Teddy Bear.
The thought of boarding that infernal ocean liner again.
I quite enjoyed it. So much room for exploration and mischief.
So many opportunities for seasickness and claustrophobia.
Don't be a Debbie Downer. I'm sure your tummy will be better behaved on the return voyage. And you'll be craving enclosed spaces after a week in this wide-open wilderness. Where do you think they've gone?
The Fretlands.
The Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
You can see the whole village from up here.
Do you want to go sightseeing?
Tomorrow. It's getting late, and the rain's not abating.
Jogo de conversinha, jogo.
Down.
Telltale do...
Run in the rain.
You can't be
No
serious.
Telltale isso
You're
aqui,
already
pelo
a
jeito.
wet blanket, Teddy Bear.
Conversa,
It's
conversa.
not like you'll get any wetter.
Essa conversa.
There's the Stave Church.
Do you think that's where they've all gone? Maybe there's a very popular funeral.
The flag was at half-mast, but no sign of life out there.
Did you hear something?
No.
Must be the wind under the door. Or the churning sea. Or the interminable rain. Or flesh-eating ghouls waiting to pounce.
Alice, honestly.
You're the one who reads Poe to me. Don't blame me for having an active imagination.
The books are all
Acabei
in
de
English,
acordar, tô jogando esse jogo meio lento, que eu tô quase dormindo de novo aqui já.
though she grew up in Olesund.
Have you been secretly communicating with Johann's winsome wife, Edward dearest?
Certainly not. She was the one who wrote me, because Mr. Fretland's
I
English
was
isn't as...
only joking.
O que a gente não faz pra nos mil G, hein?
Don't be such a pill. What do you...
Não tem mais brilho? Pera aí.
What are you looking at there?
A book.
Strange place for a book. Unless it was a terrible book that deserved a good burn.
Brilhou pouco mais?
What's the title?
The cover first chart. Christmas 1922. To Ruth, from Simon. Why would someone burn this?
Like I said, maybe it was a terrible book. Is Simon one of the Freddylanders?
I don't think so. They only have the one daughter.
Those boys look proud as peacocks. What does it say there? Groovy?
Gruben, the mine.
Maybe that's where everyone is. Digging for precious jewels in the Stygian abyss.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Ålesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. Frederick and Johann Fretland.
Esse jogo tem que terminar rápido, tá? Às 11 horas tem jogo do Grêmio, tem que assistir o jogo do Grêmio.
Twin brothers and business partners.
And they married twin sisters. Adorable. Who's the boy? He looks related to the other two.
The mine was only in operation until 1902. They must have lost a fortune. An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
Boo.
Johann Fretland.
Maio de
Fretland
1902.
Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
That must have put a damper on their relationship.
Julho de
Tragic accident
1902.
befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful. How old was he?
19.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Operations were suspended after the accident.
Setembro de 1902. Ano, quase ano antes de ser fundado o Grêmio Futebol, Grêmio FBPA Futebol Porto Alegre. Foi em 15 de setembro de 1903, né? Um ano antes. Um ano e alguns dias.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
Oh.
Oof. That's a grim sight, old bean.
I'm exhausted and soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
Careful you don't fall through the looking glass, teddy bear. That's my domain. Careful you don't fall through the looking glass, teddy bear. That's my domain.
Alice?
I'm in the sewing room, Edward.
Lissy!
I'm in the sewing room.
Alice!
In the sewing room.
Where are you?
In the sewing room.
Lissy!
I'm in the sewing room, Edward.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm in the sewing room.
Lissy!
In the sewing room.
Where are you?
I'm in the sewing room, Edward.
Lissy?
I'm in the sewing room.
Where are
Ele
you,
ficar
Lissy?
apertando RB provavelmente para pegar a conquista de todos os
Where are you,
diálogos.
Lissy?
I'm in the
Tem
sewing
que,
room,
tem que
Edward.
falar as várias opções, né?
I'm in the sewing room.
São 3, eu acho, mas eu tô apertando várias vezes já pra
Where are you, Lissy?
garantir que ela falou, né?
Edward.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm in the sewing room.
Betty.
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty. That's...
Scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it
looks
in
like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off, dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, You're wrong. I'm sure she was there. Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not?
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself. Sit down. That's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine.
What are you doing? Come sit down. You'll feel better after a short rest. Come sit. Stop being so stubborn, Edward. Come here. Sit down, teddy bear.
Essa cara feia, tia, me olhando ali.
What are you doing? Come sit down.
I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
I want you to lie down. Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the Fretlin...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just going to...
Shh.
Dormiu.
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here?
Hello? Hey, who's there?
Betty? Elizabeth? Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissy? Lissy? Are you upstairs? Are you in here, Lissy?
Virou jogo de terror agora.
Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy? Betty? Alice? Alice, where are you? Are you out there, Betty? Can you hear me? Where are you? Elizabeth? Lissy? Betty?
Alice! I can hear you! Who goes there? Wait! Alice, where are you? Someone there? Are you out there, Betty? Hello? Can you hear me? Betty, is that you? Are you there, Betty? Shit. Elizabeth, are you there?
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lissy. What about the boat?
It's gone.
The boat? What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
You pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Where did you go?
Out? For a walk. It stopped raining and...
Did you see Betty?
Did I see... What are you talking about?
I think... Betty? It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone?
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not...
I mean, I saw her face, and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't know. It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself. And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted. Come on.
Day 2. Mais uma conquista, 50G. Blue Skies in Norway.
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Lissy!
I'm outside.
Alice?
I'm right outside.
Where are you, Lissy?
Outside, Teddy.
Alice?
I'm right outside.
Lissy?
Outside, Teddy.
Lissy?
I'm outside.
Alice?
Outside, Teddy.
Lissy?
I'm outside.
Lissy?
I'm right outside.
Where are you?
Outside, Teddy.
Where are you?
I'm right outside.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm outside.
Mais uma conquista sem G. Codependente.
Alice!
I'm right outside.
Lissy!
Outside, Teddy.
Lissy?
I'm outside.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm right outside.
Mais uma conquista. Sem G. Piano Man. Play the piano.
I just about given up on you ever waking up.
I was looking around the house.
So we're okay with that now? Noted. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit. Wide
Aquela
awake
conquista
at
do
first light.
codependente que eu fiz dentro da casa ali. Fiquei só apertando RB várias vezes ali parado.
There's no sign of anyone. Aside
Ele
from last
pipocou
night's
conquista.
Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
Qual que é a escolha agora?
What?
Dream.
I'd just woken up. I was groggy and the mist was thick as pea soup. I don't know if I saw
Deixa eu apoiar aqui
what
pouco.
I thought I saw.
You were chasing a ghost?
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Well, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're looking down on us from the mountaintops.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, Teddy Bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik. Where are you?
By the village houses, Teddy.
Where are you, Lissy?
Right by the village houses.
Where are you?
I'm by the village houses.
Alice!
By the village houses, Teddy.
Lissy?
Right by the village houses.
Where are you?
I'm by the village houses.
Lissy?
I'm by the village houses.
Lissy?
Right by the village houses.
Alice!
By the village houses, Teddy.
Ó, ó o Arnaldo Decaia.
Up here, Teddy. Hey, eyes up here. Have you gone blind, old bean? I'm in the tree. Up here, Teddy. Hey, eyes up here. Have you gone blind, old bean? I'm in the tree. It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
It's chilly.
That's all you have to say? It's chilly.
You're not cold.
Why would I be?
Thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
There must be someone around.
Only, where are you going? Teddy, where are you going?
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Also, they drink coffee here, not tea.
Savages. No one home?
Hello? Who's there? Hello? Anyone home? September 21st, 1923. Vi desperata. Lissy, found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled.
Vamos ver quantos G já foi aqui. Foi 5 conquistas no total de 300 G.
The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in good Sforlata. Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed. You should see this, Lissy. The letter just was never sent. Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, Teddy Bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Anyone home?
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no. Three strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
Still think everyone's up in the mountains herding goats?
I still don't understand what happened to the boat.
Why don't we investigate? Maybe it's even drifted back to shore by now.
Unlikely. But I would like to know how it got unmoored.
Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when she was little, she loved playing in the garden back in Hanover, especially around the pond.
Are you alright?
I just miss her. You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even from up in the mountains. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
Do try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling.
The weather's favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
Promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me.
Of
But I told
course.
him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
It's quite peaceful.
If no one was around, I'd strip naked. The earth would delight in my bare feet. The wind would savor playing with my hair.
Is that so?
I don't know, I just like being naked. But not when you're
Ficar
around.
apertando RB aqui, até vir os diálogos
What are
todos.
you up to?
Delighting in the little things. They're like dew. My heart is the morning, and it's refreshed by their presence.
Where do these strange thoughts come from?
Oh, you're a funny egg, old bean.
What are you doing?
Looking for a white rabbit in a waistcoat. Have you seen him?
A white
We'll follow him down the hole, Teddy. Or maybe we already did.
Alice in Wonderland, I see.
So wonderfully apt.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Tá bom.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
happened.
It's a cemetery.
But look at the soil. These are recent burials.
You're right.
Do you think this is where everyone's gone? Are they all...
This can't be everyone. Besides, someone had to bury the bodies.
Fair point. Well made.
Something did happen. Several people died in a short period of time.
How? An accident? A mass murder? Spanish flu?
I wouldn't want to speculate until I've learned more.
I can speculate for the both of us.
Well, Betty's not here. I'm gonna keep looking.
What about the church?
Why would they board up a church?
To keep the ghosts from escaping?
Lissy.
Or the goats from getting in? What does that say?
God is not here. Have you seen anyone?
So much for that. No wedding, no baptism, no funeral.
There must be people somewhere. Where are you going?
For constitutional. To breathe some of this salty sea air. You go on ahead. I'll find you.
Alice?
Up at the church.
Lissy?
I'm up at the church.
Where are you?
I'm up at the church, Teddy.
Lissy!
I'm up at the church.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm up at the church, Teddy.
Lissy!
Up at the church.
Where are you?
I'm up at the church.
Where are you, Lissy?
Up at the church.
Where are you?
I'm up at the church, Teddy.
Where are you, Lissy?
I'm up at the church, Teddy.
Where are you, Lissy?
Up at the church.
No trespassing for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side? What do you say, old sport?
It's not safe.
Oh, horse feathers! You may be the most boring man in this country. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
Such a terrible
Vontade de tomar uma
bore.
cervejinha agora, 7 horas da manhã, vontade de tomar aquela gelada.
I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump
Pior
this
que eu tenho
gate
3
at some
latão
point.
de 700ml na
Betty's on
geladeira
the
ali.
other side.
2 normal e uma de trigo. Né? Cerveja de trigo.
Who are these traitors
Vontade
he
de
refers
tomar,
to?
guardar pra hora do jogo do Grêmio, eu vou tomar aquelas. Vai ficar pibaço.
What if everyone turned into a pebble? And they can't speak, but they see and feel everything that happens to them.
There's something very wrong with your head.
Wouldn't that just be awful? Why, I'd be a murderer. What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found. Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine, where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead. What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains iron
I know.
deposits that...
Okay, Edward. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed it'd attract bad luck if they moved it. Min Om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Framberg,
Arne Friedland. Parente,
See,
né?
that's not like a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
the younger brother who was mentioned in the article. The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here,
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
or with what it did to the village. Maybe. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
Draugen. Esse negócio de desenhar é coletável o jogo. Pelo jeito você tem que pegar todos pra pegar uma conquista. Desenhar todas as coisinhas. Né? Bonita a visão, é? Deixa eu até que desenha bem.
Not without Betty. Besides, the woods rotted through. This boat isn't seaworthy. It's curious.
E antes de começar o jogo eu vi que tem uma conquista.
It's like
Você
they
tem
stopped
que
taking care of them.
participar e ver todos os diálogos.
How would they fish?
Isso deve ser a mais complicado do jogo. Se você deixar um diálogo pra trás, né?
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So, who took our boat? A ghost?
I believe the tide took our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A ghost?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head.
Ó, conquista rara, sem G. The Artist. Completar todos os sketches. Todos os desenhos, né? Pegar todos os desenhos. Sem G.
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
Photo.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland. The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the coppers. Damn you, twins!
Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Simon. That was the name in the burnt book. So Simon is Ruth's older cousin. Frederick Fretland and son.
Frederick Fretland and Son.
Nephew.
Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. There may be something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine. On July 24th, in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives. The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
This place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
It must have been so
Village.
isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
If they're like the boats along the beach, they wouldn't get far.
Ah, só pra avisar, tô usando o guia do Achievement
Since the weather
Squad.
is bad.
Agradecer ao
Being so
Achievement Squad por ter feito o guia.
Duck inside,
É nóis.
reading the collected works.
Yeah, all right. I get
This
it.
village is basically you, Teddy.
I said all right. The ferry would have made the trip here much easier.
And you wouldn't have had to pay that farmer a fortune to rent his boat.
I had no choice.
We should keep his boat. If it comes back. Bring it with us to Hanover.
Do what with it exactly?
I don't know. Grow parsley in it? Use it in the pond? Forget it, stupid idea.
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe...
Opa.
Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks me down?
Breaking and entering, I will not. Just dislocate my shoulder. Is that? Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm not
I know
sure.
my sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it. I need to get inside. If Betty's in there,
Perhaps there's a back door. Or an open window.
how do I get inside?
Have we been around the whole store?
I'm out of ideas.
What about the windows? There's usually an open window.
I'm out of ideas.
What about the windows? There's usually an open window. Where are you going? Aren't we looking for a way inside? Where are you going?
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
I'm not sure how I feel about climbing through a window into a locked store.
We're on a different continent. You know what they say? What happens in Sweden stays in Sweden.
Norway. Right. So, I'm doing this.
Talk less, act more.
It won't budge.
Don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking... Whoops, Daisy.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Eita, ficou de bundão pra cima, hein?
Tent. World traveler. Cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this... blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, That's alright then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Nossa, agora tô até curioso o que aconteceu com o pessoal dessa ilha aqui. Sim.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
You really did a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility. Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
Alright, okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
The key must be here.
You know, you're better at finding things than me, Teddy Bear.
The key must be here.
You know, you're better at finding things than me, Teddy Bear.
Barn means child. And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
It's the same photograph as in the farmhouse.
Johan's
but
gone. At least, I assume he's the one who's been... snip.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother. Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way. Why else keep a list of undesirables?
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
The keys are all gone.
Some thieving thieves beat you to it. Rascals.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon. Yai put it means I put. Nurkel is key. Casa. I don't know what that word means.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge. The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Freckles' letter in June, and they received my letter from July.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore. The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore. Casa.
So that's what it means. Cash register. You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house. The Vandals weren't here for the money.
I think money was the last thing on their minds.
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
A chavezinha.
I have the key.
The one for the storeroom?
I wonder if this key works.
Only one way to find out, old sport.
I wonder if this key works.
Only one way to find out, old sport.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not sure
Betty
that's...
was here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room. Why did Betty leave her hat in the store?
You keep saying she left breadcrumbs. Maybe the hat's a crumb.
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
Okay. What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Arden, right this minute.
Whoops-a-daisy. What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. Please look at me when I'm talking to you. Well, as I was saying, you know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours, with only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important.
That's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers. Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when... on her way down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
It's a long fall. Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Hardin.
What?
Oh, you're hopeless. Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside? It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Or maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world. You're right. It is awfully chilly.
One
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Can you see where she fell?
Certainly high enough to kill a child.
If I had to go, this would be the way to do it. Soaring through the air like a bird.
And landing like a rock. If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there. Lissy, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Teddy,
My word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers?
Oh,
They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. This is just ghastly. What made him do this? How long has he been...
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. Depends on temperature and humidity, of course. You shouldn't be here, Alice.
I've seen dead bodies before, and ghosts don't frighten me. I'm more concerned about you, given what your parents...
Stop.
You need me. I'm staying.
There's no reason to stay here.
We're not leaving him hanging. What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother
Don't.
drowned herself? Sorry. Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she
Agora
came
entendi
across
porque o jogo é
the
mais
town
18.
before she died, and it scared her. So she ran,
No.
and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. Look at me when I'm talking to you. I'm trying to talk to you, Edward. Please pay attention. Edward Charles Harden. Don't be rude. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Look at when I'm talking.
Anyway, what if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you. All you do is obsess over a scarf and a... Look at me when I'm talking to you. I'm trying... All right. All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and... Ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty. What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far. I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse. Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
Ah, pera um pouco aí. Ah, o jogo é meio cansativo. O jogo. Conversinha, muita conversinha. Tem que dar uma pausa, senão você dorme. Vamos dar uma olhada no Zap Zap. Dá uma olhada no Zap. Bora lá.
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
Perhaps she fell by accident.
So you don't think it was murder?
It's difficult to say with any certainty. The boy could have pushed her.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry,
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. You're Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes. And it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
It's almost painful to look at this photograph now. Their whole world fell apart. Ugh, I can't bear to think about it. Do you think Simon killed Ruth?
It's not important what I think.
I don't know what to believe. Sometimes children do monstrous things. Now that we know what happened to Ruth, this empty house is even spookier.
It's a house, nothing more.
You know better than most that souls can linger. Especially if they died
There's no such thing as a soul.
life force, ghost, whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The only ghosts are in our minds.
Says you.
The two brothers married twin sisters, Anna and Margaret Taylor. That's the Grovik Stave Church behind them.
All those hopes and dreams, ground to dust by misfortune.
I almost forgot putting this aside when I lit the fire. Wasn't there an inscription inside?
Simon. Simon gave that book to Ruth. But who burned it?
Johann? Or Anna? If they believed Simon killed her.
But they were friendly, right? Simon and Ruth. Before...
I imagine so. And we know the sisters were close.
I still don't understand why the brothers had a falling out.
Whatever drove a wedge between them, it was big.
It's the same photograph we saw in the store.
Except this one's whole.
So the brother
De
who
novo,
owns the
examinando.
store was angry with Johann before Ruth. Because
Of the mine. It all comes back to the mine. Johann and Frederick Fretland. Thick as thieves. Before things took a turn.
don't you always say that much of our pain is self-chosen?
I wonder about that.
The mine must have been a big deal for Greybook.
Grovik. An opportunity to do more than live hand to mouth.
The blow it must have been to lose it all.
These headlines make more sense now. Johann sells his share, and the cave-in occurs shortly thereafter, killing 3 people.
Including the younger brother.
The investor pulls out, leaving Frederick with the bills.
Oh, I feel awful for everyone. Losing a brother, losing the business.
There were no happy endings here.
You do look exhausted. Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in. One of these days, you're going to fall right through a mirror into the world beyond. There's no coming back from that. What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course.
Mas é a pilha ainda, acabou a pilha.
And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might
Mas é a
haunt you in
pilha,
your
hein?
sleep.
There are no.
Hush now. Sleep.
Desculpe. Mais uma conquista, 50G Ramalan. They're not coming back, are they? Are they? They. Are they? Day 3. Day 3. Oh, preguiça. Day 3.
Where are you, Lissy?
Right up the stairs, Teddy.
Alice,
I'm upstairs.
where are you?
Upstairs.
Lissy,
I'm upstairs.
where are you?
Upstairs.
Alice!
Right up the stairs, Teddy.
Lissy,
Right up the stairs, Teddy.
Lissy,
In the bedroom.
Alice,
I'm in here.
where are you?
In here.
Where are you?
In here.
This is her room. Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look. There's still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe they left town after Ruth died.
What's the point of this? I should be looking for Betty.
I hate you sometimes.
What am I looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary. Something that could explain what happened to Ruth.
This is real life, not a whodunit by Agatha Christie. There won't be a convenient series of clues leading to a tidy conclusion.
Says you.
This is a waste of time.
Edward, you horrid man! Sorry.
Tem
Please
mais
stay.
conversa. Que jogo que eu peguei pra jogar hoje de
Can't
manhã?
stand
Domingo
the
de
thought
manhã.
of Ruth tossed
Já sou mal
aside
animado, que eu
because
tô
you're
quase
too busy.
dormindo aqui.
There's nothing here.
What about these drawings? They could be important.
There's nothing here.
What about these drawings? They could be important. Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet, she was 8. This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle, Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw. That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear. She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Draugen.
Picture book.
Hey, the
Oh,
undead
Edward
monster
Draugen.
from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Really?
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner,
heralds death.
Não, já foi 1h50 do guia, falta 1h10 ainda do guia. Eu já tô 2 horas em live já.
The beast has a
Esse
man's
jogo de
body
Draugen.
and
Vamos
wears
ver
a
se pelo menos vai vir um
sou'wester.
1000G, né?
But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a
Lembrando mais
dream,
uma vez que eu tô usando o guia do
you've been spared.
Achievement Squad.
though
Quem
someone
quiser
close to you-
o guia certinho, é só ir lá, conferir.
That's enough of that.
Ou seguir o que eu tô
It's
fazendo aqui.
nonsense, of course.
É que vocês não estão vendo lá os botões que aperta, RB, tem que ficar apertando muito RB pra ver diálogo, essas coisas, entendeu?
Maybe he's out there on the fjord, waiting for
Porque
nightfall
provavelmente tem
so he can
conquista
return to shore.
de ver todos os diálogos. Daí você tem que às vezes ficar de frente com ela apertando RB, ou quando tá longe dela apertando RB pra ver o que ela vai falar de longe. Vai ficar olhando essas coisas, é só você seguir, pegar essas coisas de coletar, ver. Quer ver desenho, desenhar,
The battles of
ver quadro, essas coisas.
What is
Não
that
tem,
figure supposed to be? It's
não tem
creepy.
segredo.
It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
a figment of her imagination.
Teve gente que sem o guia, sem fazer guia, jogando normal assim, fez 600G.
It looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out. What is this?
I believe this might
Tem uma
qualify
coisinha
as
ali que
actual
tinha lá na
treasure.
coisa da boneca, lá na blusa da boneca, tinha uma
Sort of,
coisa
but
prendendo igual aquele ali.
Ancient
Negócio
Viking
viking, né?
coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
Que coisa.
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
Well, she didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic events.
This is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
It's about... Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and
Tá conferir uma coisa. Live não travou ainda não, né? Não. De vez em quando tem que olhar porque ele dá uma travada, né? Deixa eu só ver uma coisa aqui. Deixa eu conferir. Pipiritititi.
Is that a bell?
Church bell. Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be
I
careful.
told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Are you coming?
In a minute. You go on
Tentei ficar
ahead.
apertando RB pra pegar mais 2 diálogos.
It might be her. It might be Betty.
So go. Don't wait for me.
No.
I'll be along in a minute.
Lu-
Do you see anyone?
They must be inside the church.
Pelo jeito tem lá na igreja de novo.
July 24th, memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
All these fresh graves. Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty...
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward, your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
The bell's still ringing.
Let's check inside the church.
No one's touched these since yesterday. Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there. It must be her ringing the bell. It must be Betty.
We'll soon find out. Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards? See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. Didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister, Elizabeth.
Stop shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
That bell still bothers me. What a terrible mess.
First the store, then this. What was wrong with these people?
They were angry and afraid. I'm no closer to Betty than I was yesterday.
Maybe she never made it to Grovik.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course she's here. I found her scarf and her hat.
I guess.
I'm not leaving until I find some sign of Betty.
Whatever you say. What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's here.
I don't like that sound. Please stop. Stop it! Stop it!
I'm not leaving until I find some sign of Betty.
Whatever you say.
Lissy, look. Betty's gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she... She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make sense.
Breadcrumbs. She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves. Her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill. Where are you going? Teddy, where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you going? Teddy, where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you? What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive. I'm not leaving until I find some sign of Betty.
Whatever you say. What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. Talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, and move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Tilgi varandra.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune. What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God. The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
I'm not leaving until I find some sign of Betty.
Whatever you say.
I'm not leaving until I find some sign of Betty.
Whatever you say.
I'm not leaving until I find some sign of Betty.
Whatever you say. Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths. They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic. I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
The church book, a record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Vandals. They tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look. We need to find all the pages. How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here.
I know. Let's make it a competition.
1-0 to Team Me. I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
Found another one.
You get it. It's right here. Just one more page missing. The missing pages must be here somewhere. Two for two. A tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Oh, horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Biddy, biddy, biddy. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the third Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Don't preach.
Look here. Ruth Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
Sim, Ruth estão mortos.
The day after Ruth died.
Ele morreu afogado dia depois da Ruth.
See what's
Provavelmente
scribbled
não é
next to it?
More?
coincidência.
Murder.
Assassinato. Quem matou ele? O pai da Ruth?
Or the mob that trashed the store?
E agora?
Doesn't say.
Não
After the
diz.
children,
Após a criança, houve meia dúzia de mortes numa semana.
The curse.
it's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed.
Mas algo mudou entre Ruth e Simon.
It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse?
Dart se matou no errado.
What does
Nossa.
that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a
Traitor.
Traitor. For Nelson.
Edward?
Isso deve ser norueguês, né?
Final entry. There's
The final entry is no name.
Alice. What if
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty?
It doesn't mean she's...
She's not dead. She can't
Ela não
be.
morreu, não pode ser.
I
Eu
know.
sei, eu sei.
I know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty.
Betty's
Betty's
still
still
alive.
Must find that grave.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me! Edward!
You better not be. Where is it? Where is it?
What are you doing?
Looking for the unmarked grave. It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
I don't see it. They all look the same. Ah. It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
It's here somewhere.
What are you going to do, Edward?
This one. It's unmarked.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad? Edward, stop it!
Thank God. not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like that.
Or what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
See?
What?
Alice? Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back. I need you. Lissy? Where are you? Lissy? Alice? Alice? Please. Come back to me. Where are you? Don't leave me. Lissy? Where are you? Lissy? Alice? Alice? Please. Come back to me. Where are you? Don't leave me. Lissy? Where are you? I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No! Lissy! Lissy. Hey. Lissy, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything? Well, fuck you, Edward Charles Harden! I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase!
Now, be reasonable. Oh, no, no! Lissy? Alice? No! Oh, no, no! Oh, no, no! Oh, no, no! Oh, no, no! What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me. I need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no, 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 no! What? No! Oh, no, no! Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick,
Oh, yeah.
Edward. Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child. We are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, never. Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
Day 4.
Wake up, Edward.
Estranho que não pipocou uma conquista aqui. Deixa eu ver qual é o nome da conquista. Everything. É, não pipocou, mas ela desbloqueou. Não pipocou, mas desbloqueou.
Stop hiding. Without us, you are nothing. You cannot hide from us.
Where's Lissy?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her to...
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
I think of you so often. You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to... To you. Lissy. Oh. Lissy? Lissy. Lissy, get back here. Alice? Please. Don't vanish on me. Where did you go? Lissy? Lissy. Please. Lissy? Listen. You can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
Did you ever meet my father?
Alice does not want to speak with you.
And what about you? Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I don't need God's help. I need Lissy.
Do you, though? Did you ever?
What? Of course, I... Don't go. Alice. Hear me out. I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
De novo, tia.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, Teddy Bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
You're a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
gave you this jacket. Betty, you were here. Lissy, I'm tired of chasing you. Alice, be reasonable. I'm trying to talk to you. Lissy, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which means
Jesus Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday. She
Betty,
must have...
Betty.
Betty.
You love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done?
Então, ficar me fazendo de bobo agora, aquela estátua,
What
aquele
can
anjo
she
lá e
do
ela.
that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What? You decide what is real. We are real to you.
We'll never be the same.
She does not want you.
Who are you talking about?
Why do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like Mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
Like Father.
Bang! Right in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
Please.
Not us. We're always here for you.
I beg you.
You are never alone.
Stop! Leave me alone, both of you!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be alone?
Fine. You're alone.
Good.
Lissy, come back. Please. Don't leave me. I lied. I don't want you to leave me alone. I don't want to be alone. Please. Lissy, I need you. I can't do this on my own. I'm not whole without you. Please. Please. Lissy. Lissy, come back. Please. Don't leave me.
Ficar apertando RB aqui pra passar vários
I don't
diálogos.
want you to leave me alone. I don't want to be alone.
Ficar chamando, na verdade, né?
Lissy,
Pra ficar chamando e ter vários diálogos.
I can't do this on my own. I'm not whole without you. Please. Please. Lissy. Lissy. Come back. Please. Don't leave me. I lied. I don't want you to leave me alone. I don't want to be alone. Please. Lissy. I need you. I can't do this on my own. I'm not whole without you. Please. Please. Lissy. Lissy. Come back. Please. Don't leave me. I
E
lied.
aqui é pra colocar conquista
I don't want you to leave me
codependente.
alone.
É, mas eu já fiz ela antes, então. Não.
Lissy!
Deixa eu ver, eu já fiz a codependente, já fiz. Falta quanto no guia? Falta meia hora. Day 5. Mais uma conquista. I am not alone. Everything changes again. Eles fizeram os primeiros 2 dias bem longos, esses últimos dias pelo jeito vai ser curto.
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you? Are you upstairs? Betty, I'm coming. I knew you were here. Wait there. I'm on my way. They didn't believe me, but I knew you were still here. I'll be right there. Are you upstairs? Betty, I'm coming. Betty? Betty! Are you in there? Open the door! I knew you were here. Wait there. I'm coming in. Stand away from the door. Betty? No. No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought it was you, Betty. But who? Anna. What are you here, Betty? Did you leave me another breadcrumb? What am I missing? What are you here, Betty? You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor. It was precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... A signpost. A breadcrumb. But what's so important about the Fretlands? I will figure this out. I will find you, I promise. I know you were here. What's the story you're chasing? Help me understand. What did you want to show me? What's so important about this room, Betty? I know you were here. It's from Johann, the pastor's wife. Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? It was clearly distraught. Knock ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will... Tilly, forgive me. I am tired of secrets. For 20 years I've kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. Anna was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then... You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine. You wouldn't let this go, Betty.
you'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end. Did you go to the mine, Betty? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Did you follow Johann to the farm? Don't worry. I'm right behind you. Did you go to the mine, Betty? Is that what you're trying to tell me? So where is Frederick's farm? The gate. Frederick's warning. The path leads to his farm. The farm is on the way to the mine, isn't that so, Betty? Are you still at the farm? Or did you go all the way to the mine? I need to see what you saw. Follow your story. The red thread you left for me. I'm on my way, Betty. So where is Frederick's farm? The gate. Frederick's warning. The path leads to his farm. Follow the tracks to the mine?
Betty?
What led you to this place?
Betty? Elizabeth? Where are you? I'm on my way, Betty. Just stay put. I'm coming for you, Betty. Betty? Betty? Elizabeth?
These fragments. You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know? Johann and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. But something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick. Was this your doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground? And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
Where are you?
Simon's grave. Born December 5th, 1909, died September 17th, 1923. Why bury Simon here, not at the cemetery? His wife's grave is also here. Perhaps Frederick wanted nothing to do with the church, or with their God. I could really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figured this out in no time.
on my way, Betty. Just stay put. I'm coming for you, Betty. Betty? Betty? Elizabeth? Where are you? I'm on my way, Betty. Just stay put. I'm coming for you, Betty. Betty? Betty? Elizabeth? Betty? Are you here, Betty? Betty! Elizabeth! Betty, where are you? Betty? Are you here, Betty? What do you reckon, Betty? Let's try Simon's birthday. Another Viking artifact, Betty. Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found. Postmarked in Boston. That's a curious coincidence. Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds you and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now. All of us still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon. Mr. Fretland, we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider...
E mais conversa, mais
We will
conversa.
withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery.
De uma chave.
The Fretland Mining Company.
Ó, agora sim.
This must be for that locked shed.
Eu já peguei tudo.
You went to the mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty.
Não apareceu uma opção que era pra aparecer aqui.
You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way.
Pera aí, tinha uma opção que era pra aparecer aqui, não
Hold
apareceu.
on, Betty. I'm
Escolha
almost
no
there.
guia aqui tem. Aqui não apareceu. Vamos voltar, vamos
You're
ver
at
de
the
novo.
mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there.
Não, segue já, segue o bar.
You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there. You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way. Hold on, Betty. I'm almost there.
Deixa eu só ver uma coisa aqui. Deixa eu voltar um pouquinho. Vamos ver se ele fez alguma coisa diferente do que eu fiz. É, não tá aparecendo a opção aqui.
You're at the mine, aren't you? I'm on my way.
Se bugar a conquista de todas as conversas, já sabe que foi aqui.
Cursed mine in Grovik? Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion. Did you see this, Betty? Are you here? Where did you go? So, 20 years pass. The Fretland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor. And then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered. It's a catalyst. Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder. All because of the mine. Because of what they found there. And what they covered up. There was no one to stop it, Betty. We were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation. Did you come here to tell their stories? You were always braver than me. Always curious. Always pushing the boundaries. Betty? Betty? If you hear me, just stay put. I'm almost there. Did you come here to tell their stories? This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
Ó, a cabeça da
Ruth
boneca que nós
disappeared
achamos antes.
the day she fell.
Nós não, eu achei,
You
né?
were here, Betty. You saw Ruth. Maybe you tried to help, but she ran all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
Hello? Betty, are you in there? Please answer me. Betty? Hello? Betty, are you here? Betty! Call out if you can hear me. Betty? Hello? Betty, are you here? Betty! Call out if you can hear me. Betty?
Oh, Betty. This is... Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason. What am I not seeing?
Eita, pô. Escapou, hein, tio?
Edward! Edward!
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that...
Edward?
I'm here, Betty! It's Edward! It's me! I can hear you! Hold on! I'm almost there! Stay put, Betty! I'm coming for you! Betty? Betty! Elizabeth? I'm on my way! Don't move! I'm coming for you! I'm here, Betty! It's Edward! It's me! I can hear you! Hold on! I'm almost there! Stay put, Betty! I'm coming for you! Betty? Betty! Stay where you are! I'm coming! Elizabeth?
Edward! Where are you?
I'm on my way! I'm on my... Don't move! I'm coming for you! I'm here, Betty! It's Edward! It's me! I can hear you! Hold on! I'm almost there! Stay put,
Edward?
Betty! I'm coming for you!
Please! Hurry!
Betty? Betty! Elizabeth? I'm on my way! Don't move! I'm coming for you!
Edward!
I'm almost there! I'm here, Betty! It's Edward! It's me! I can hear you! Hold on! I'm almost there! Stay put, Betty! I'm coming for you!
Edward?
Betty?
Hurry up! Edward?
Just stay put! Betty! Elizabeth? I'm on my way!
Edward!
Don't move! I'm coming for you!
Hurry!
I'm here! I can hear you. Hold on, I'm almost there. You're here. You're inside. Isn't that right, Betty? You're finally here. You're here. You're inside the house. Isn't that right, Betty? You're finally here. You're here. You're inside the house. Elizabeth. There you are. Finally. You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried. Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
Eita porra. O que tá acontecendo?
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother...
She hated you for that.
She could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her, the echo of her, but never really her. All it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us. Betty's... She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth.
Unha feia, hein, tio?
I'm so sorry. It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
Não, mais uma conquista. 50G Awakening. Sexto dia, né? Ah. Tá acabando, tá acabando. Falta 10 minutos. Mais uns 10 minutos termina o filme.
Teddy bear, are you up? Come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Não, mais uma conquista, sem G. To hurt from Edward.
Lissy?
I'm outside.
Lissy!
Outside, Teddy. Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off this stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
Lissy,
What?
forget it.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air. Ugh. Boy, that sure is something.
What did you want to show me?
Come sit down.
What did you want to show me?
Sit.
What did you want to show me?
Come sit down.
What did you want to show me?
Sit. Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik? Well... to find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
The letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere. Paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... and I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts. You're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened to Ruth?
I believe it was an accident.
How? What happened?
Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, she ran from the mine and came here. And then... was she afraid? What made her run?
Something spooked her.
She saw Betty and
No, that's impossible.
200 minutos de live.
Was someone or something else.
Umas
So
3
she
horas e
ran.
20, né? Isso, é. 3 horas e...
Why not home? She couldn't go home. Or she didn't want to. She felt safe here. This was her happy place. And then... if only Ruth had wings, like an angel, she could have flown straight to heaven. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
Heaven? They're dead. I don't know what that means. Maybe there is more. I can't stop you from hoping. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in the afterlife. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated, left behind by the world.
E gosto de conversar, hein?
You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward, is that?
Our boat? But how?
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
I don't understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's blouse, while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness. Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day. What a beautiful day. Oh, look at that. The ground's finally dried up. Really is lovely here. The wind and the ocean are like music. I think I'll miss this place. The air really is invigorating. Do I feel like drawing anything today? We're in no rush. The boat's not leaving without us. I do look forward to returning to Hanover. We shall celebrate Christmas in style this year. It's so peaceful. I feel perfectly at ease. It's not even that cold today. What a beautiful day. Oh, look at that. The ground's finally dried up. Really is lovely here. The wind and the ocean are like music. I think I'll miss this place. The air really is invigorating. Do I feel like drawing anything today? We're in no rush. The boat's not leaving without us. I do look forward to returning to Hanover. We shall celebrate Christmas in style this year. It's so peaceful. I feel perfectly at ease.
not even that cold today. What a beautiful day. Well, look at that. The ground's finally dried up.
Are you talking to yourself again?
You know, this house is starting to grow on me. I almost wish we had more time to dig deeper into the history of Draugen.
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
You know, this house is starting to grow on me. I almost wish we had more time to dig deeper into
Ó,
the history.
conquista rara, The Conversation.
Come on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row.
Ai, ai.
The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right?
Faltam duas conquistas.
Edward?
É, The End, terminar o jogo, e mais uma secreta. Não sei. Sei qual que é a secreta. Ó, 50G, The End. E a última conquista, o que será que é? Será que assistiu os créditos? Ixi, 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 ixi. Tô só esperando aqui. Só esperando. Agora tô escutando o barulho da água no fundo. Eduardo e Alice e Will retorn. Estamos esperando, né? Eles estão remando aqui. Tem que deixar até o final. Vamos aí, tio. Rápido, hein? Tô esperando afundar aqui o bagulho. Deixa eu olhar no tempo. Quanto tempo tem que esperar? Deixa eu dar uma olhada no tempo. Cara, 35 minutos. Tem que ficar sem encostar em nada. Ele voltou ao menu. Que joss. Deixa eu fazer uma coisa aqui. Pera aí, já volto. Pera aí, já volto. Pera aí que já volto.
Jeg ser deg når mørkt det er, men best jeg ser deg når mørkt det er.
Então, pra fazer os 1000, falta uma conquista, que é deixar... Deixa eu ver uma coisa aqui em configurações. Configurar. Continuar. Então, para a última conquista. Cortou? Voltou ou não? Voltou?